Hey, it's Sierra. So today I'm going to be showing you guys a more formal going out look that I would wear to a school dance or a concert, just something that you need to be a little bit more dressy for. I'm going to start off by just clipping my hair back. You can use a hair tie or anything. Just make sure that you're not going to get any makeup in your hair. So today I'm going to prime with the Bare Minerals Prime Time primer, and I'm just going to put a pea-sized amount on my fingers and evenly distribute it onto my face. So now that we have our primer on, I'm going to go in with my foundation, and today I'm going to use more of a full coverage foundation. This is the Amazonian Clay foundation by Tarte. I'm shade Fairly Light Neutral. I'm just going to put one little squeeze of this on the back of my hand, and then as always use my damp beauty blender to bounce it into my skin. Alright, so our foundation is on. Next we're going to take our NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. Remember to go a couple shades lighter with your concealer than your foundation so you can have the brightening effect under your eyes, on the top of your forehead, down your nose, and on your chin. So our next step is going to be setting our face with our Laura Mercier translucent powders. If we're going out for a formal event, we're going to want that makeup to stay nice and matte all night long. So just on a damp beauty blender, get some powder, pack it where we put our concealer, and today I'm going to show you a new technique called baking, where we press the powder in an excess amount where we put our concealer, and this just makes the makeup last a lot longer and it brightens it up a lot more. So you're just going to put the powder everywhere you put your concealer, and later we're going to wipe it off, but right now we're going to get into our eyeshadow. So we're going to start off our eyeshadow with the Makeup Forever Aqua XL Eyelid Primer Base. And like I said in the last video, we only need the tiniest amount of this on the back of our hand, and use our finger to just pat it onto our eyelids. Only the littlest bit. So today for our eyeshadow, we're going to be using the Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar Palette. And the first shade we are going to use is shade Mousse. And we're just going to be placing that in our crease with a fluffy brush like this. So when putting shades in our crease, we want to remember that we want to go back and forth between windshield wiper motions and circular motions to get that seamless blend. Next, from our Chocolate Bar Semi-Sweet palette, we're going to be taking shade Truffled, which is a darker brown. It's the same tone of brown as Mousse, but just darker. And we're going to be taking that on a tapered blending brush. So see how this brush comes to a point at the end? We're going to use that to deepen up our outer edge to intensify the look, since we're going for a more formal look. So we're just going to be taking a little bit and placing that. You're going to want to dab it on your outer corner, and then you're going to want to go in circles to blend that in with Mousse. Deeper blend for those shades, we're going to be taking a fluffy blending brush and just going over those two shades with windshield wiper motions, just to blend them in a little bit better, just so that there is no line, that it's seamless. Next, I'm going to be going in with a medium shimmer shade. This one is called Caramel, and I'm going to be packing this in the center of my lid with a packing brush like this. So you want to get a lot of product on here. And then a trick that I like to do for my shimmers is to spray it with a little bit of setting spray, and it just intensifies the shimmer. Since we're doing a more formal look, you're going to want the eyes to be intense. So next, on a smaller packing brush, we're going to take a darker shimmer and we're going to put that in the outer corner just to blend the darker crease color in with the shimmer. You don't want this to be as intense as the middle shimmer, so you're going to take a little bit less. We're not going to spray it with the setting spray, and we're just going to lightly pack it onto the outer edge and blend it in with the medium shimmer. So now with the light shimmer shade, we're gonna take the shade Bon Bon on another flat packer brush, and we're gonna blend in our inner corner highlight that we haven't put in yet. We're gonna first blend the middle shade down to where the inner corner highlight's gonna start. So we're just gonna pack it on this inner half of our eye right here. So next we're gonna highlight our eye with the shade Butter Pecan on a pencil brush. So we're just gonna take a little bit of that and pack it right in our tear duct right here. So next for a little pop of color, we're gonna be taking the shade Blueberry Swirl on a little teeny tiny smudger brush. And we're gonna get a little bit of that on our brush, and then we're gonna smudge that right on our lower lash line. And this is just gonna add a pop of color since we're going for a more formal, dramatic look. So next we're gonna take a big fluffy brush and we're gonna wipe off the bake. And it was good that we waited until after our eyeshadow was done to do this, because this caught any of the fallout from the eyeshadow that may have gotten on our faces. And if we had wiped off the bake before, it would have completely messed up our base makeup. So that's another tip, is to wait until after your eyeshadow is done to wipe off your bake. So next we're going to do our eyebrows. And for this, I'm going to be taking my Brow Stylist Definer by L'Oreal. And I'm going to be first combing out my eyebrows with the spoolie, and then I'm going to be filling in any of the sparse areas with the pencil with very, very light, quick strokes. And I'm also going to be extending my tail just a littlest bit. So next, to set our brows in place, we're going to be using the Benefit Gimme Brow Gel, which is a tinted brow gel, and we're just going to run that through our eyebrows just to set the brow hairs in place. So next we're going to be taking this angled brush with the same shade we used for our inner corner, Butter Pecan, and we're just going to be highlighting underneath our brow with this, and this just really lifts it up and will look really nice in pictures and when it catches the light. We're going to be taking the Benefit Hoola Bronzer, and we're going to use this to bronze and to do a little bit of contouring. And remember to keep this really up high by the edges of your face so that you don't look muddy and it goes down here. You're going to keep it up here. And I'm using just an angled brush like this. So we're going to be taking the same bronzer and we're going to put it on the edges of our forehead to contour up here too. Next we're going to be taking this blush from NARS. I'm not sure of the name of it, but it's pink with gold reflex in it, so it'll catch the light very nicely. Next we're going to be highlighting with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy highlight. This is just a gold highlight. I showed it in my last video. We're going to be taking it on a tapered highlighting brush and placing it on the tops of our cheekbones like this. You don't want to take it down too far or it'll look like a giant line. We're also going to be taking it down the nose on the tip, on the Cupid's bow, a little teeny tiny bit on the chin, and a little teeny tiny bit on our temples up here. I wanted to save doing mascara for after we finish all our powder products so that our powder doesn't get trapped in our eyelashes, but today we're going to be taking the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes Mascara on our top lashes. And then for our bottom lashes, since it has a smaller brush so it's easier to get in, we're going to be using the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. So lastly, we're going to be taking the NYX Whipped Fouette lipstick. It looks brown in the container, but on your actual mouth it looks nude. And I feel like it'll pair well with this. Since we have a statement eye, we want to go for a more muted, toned down lip. So lastly, we're going to take our Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray and just do 3 sprays of this on your face just to set your makeup for whatever occasion you're going to. So that concludes my going out makeup look. It's good for dances, concerts, any kind of formal event. So I want to acknowledge the fact that I didn't go into as much detail in this video as I did my first video. So I just wanted to give the suggestion that if you were watching this video and found yourself getting lost, just to go back and watch my first video on my channel beforehand so you can get the basics, because that has a lot of tips and tricks for beginners and everything. It really goes into detail. And for this, I just wanted to show you the steps to this specific makeup look. So for foundations, you want to go to my beginner's makeup tutorial, which is the first video on my channel, and then you can come here and apply those tips and tricks to this makeup look. With that, I want to say have a great rest of your day, rest of your night, whatever time it is, and thank you for watching. Bye.